week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counter Punch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oscar Delahoya, Canelo Alvarez, and Ryan King Garcia. Get this. Delahoya states 3 or 4 years down the road, Garcia Canelo at 165. You just never know. Wow. Oscar Delahoya, CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, would like to see Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez settle their social media dispute by stepping in the ring at least several years down the line at a catch weight. At the moment, Garcia and Canelo are very far apart in weight. Canelo is the undisputed world champion at the super middleweight limit of 168, while Garcia competes at the lightweight limit of 135, although he expects to go up to 140 in the near future. Fighting for the first time since January of 2021, Garcia, 21-0-18, will return on April 9th when he faces Emmanuel Tagoe, which is 32-1-15 at the Aladome in San Antonio. When he enters the ring with Garcia, he will be with a new trainer, okay? And Delahoya says, I don't know, but I hope it's a future fight that I can make between Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia in the future. And that's what he had to say. Okay, let me counterpunch. Okay, because all that was about something else. You know what I see with Delahoya? This is what I see. Delahoya and Canelo Alvarez have bad blood. Delahoya is a promoter of Ryan Garcia, former promoter of Canelo Alvarez. And between these guys, I think Delahoya has always been looking for an avenger or someone to mirror what he did, okay? And in both situations, he attempted to use Ryan Garcia. The first time was against Manny Pacquiao. If you guys can remember, Ryan Garcia was lined up to face legend Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if it was, I think it was like early last year or something like that, right? I think so, or late 2021. 2020. So I think he wanted Ryan Garcia, young, fresh, sharp, hungry, to go in there and avenge the guy that retired De La Hoya. See, if it wasn't for that Pacquiao destruction, that ass beating that he took from the Filipino superstar boxer, right? He probably would have fought another 2 or 3 years. But he didn't. He quit on his stool and he did not return or come out for round 9. Okay, he didn't. And I think he was a little bitter about that. De La Hoya was bitter and angry for a lot of reasons because Floyd, Money Mayweather didn't fight him. He retired himself before fighting De La Hoya again. He beat Ricky Hatton and he chunked the deuce. And he didn't come back until De La Hoya was retired. Coast is clear. Let's come back up in here, bars, and get this show started again and make some more money, which he made a lot of money, Mayweather did. So De La Hoya has been bitter for a while, and I think that type of stuff burns within you. You know, I think Joe Frazier had the same feeling against Ali, and, the bad blood between them two. And he did pick up Canelo to try to redeem himself, but Canelo could not beat Mayweather. So that was still kind of an unanswered justice for De La Hoya. Well, the Garcia or the Pacquiao Garcia fight didn't happen. Okay. Canelo left Golden Boy and now he's with Eddie Hearn, the rival promoter, Edward Hearn. Who is Edward Hearn? Right. That guy. And now him saying this, trying to get revenge back at Canelo for leaving him, right, for Eddie Hearn. Leaving him for Eddie Hearn, I think, left a bad taste in De La Hoya's mouth. And I think he could kill two birds with one stone. For one, working with Canelo again, because by that time, 3 or 4 years down the road, how about 2 or 3? No, he said 3 or 4 because by that time, Canelo Alvarez, that is 30 years old right now, or 30, no, he's 31. He will be 32 in July, I think on the 23rd or some shit like that, or 24th. That's 3 or 4 years. That's what, 36? So Canelo could be at the age to be beatable, where he's slowed up, where he's not the same, kind of like how Delahoya was young, hungry, fresh, just like Ryan Garcia would be, because he's a lot younger, like Delahoya was with Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., right? So I think that would be a way to get back at Canelo, get him beat by defeat, fight him at a catch weight, stuff like that. And I think that's the plan of Delahoya, because you look at Ryan. Ryan is a stream being compared to Canelo, but he's every bit of the statue that Delahoya was, because Delahoya started at a lightweight too. Very fast, quick, talented, young, handsome guy, right? Getting the endorsements like Ryan Garcia is now. So Ryan Garcia is like the current modern day Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya knows that. He knows that shit. So I think he's trying to get back at Canelo Alvarez by putting that seed into the ground, throwing some water on that sucker, and waiting for the sun, okay? Because that would be a fight that he could manage or co-manage, right? So he could still have a piece of that Canelo money, because Canelo would still be the superstar in the sport. That's if someone else doesn't emerge by that time. Hopefully so. I hope it doesn't end with Canelo, because if that's the case, boxing probably will die. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oscar De La Hoya stating that he would love for Ryan Garcia and Canelo at 165 or a catch weight of some sort. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.